Okay, so our topic is China's economy and the economic slowdown in China, and it's by me, Shane H., and Mert H. So to start things off, let's go over a brief rundown of the history of China's economy. So prior to 1979, China was under the leadership of Chairman Mao Zedong, and they maintained a command economy. A large share of the country's economic output was directed and controlled by the state, which set production goals, controlled prices, and distributed resources throughout most of the economy. During this time, China's per capita GDP was about 1/40th of the United States. And then beginning in 1979, China launched several economic reforms. The central government initiated price and ownership incentives for farmers, which enabled them to sell a portion of their crops on the free market. In addition, the government established 4 special economic zones along the coast for the purpose of attracting foreign investment, boosting exports, and importing high technology products into China. Since the introduction of these economic reforms, China's economy has grown substantially faster than during the pre-reform period, and for the most part, they've avoided any major economic disruptions. From 1979 to 2018, China's annual real GDP averaged 9.5% growth. That means, on average, China has been able to double the size of its economy about every 8 years. The global economic slowdown, which began in 2008, had a significant impact on Chinese economy, but China was able to limit the effects by implementing a large economic stimulus package, which aimed largely at funding infrastructure and loosening monetary policies to increase bank lending. In 2010, China passed Japan to become the world's second largest economy, trailing only the United States. And the graph in this slide shows China's GDP growth from 1978 to 2012. As you can see, starting at $150 billion in 1978 to over $8.2 trillion in 2012. And now China's GDP is over $18 trillion.
China failed to recover their economy in 2023. The 2024 challenge for the Chinese economy will not be GDP growth, that will likely to be above 4.5%. Real estate investment is down 18% in the last 2 years. Trade grew by 0.4% in the first 7 months of 2023. In 2024, the government has sought narrow efforts to boost domestic consumption and confidence in China's private sector. In September 2023, China's central bank decreased the amount of foreign currency deposits it requires banks to hold. As of this writing, China remains on the Treasury Department's watch list for currency practices of concern due to its failure to publish exchange rate intervention data. Hundreds of families spent their savings on homes or businesses that were never built due to unexpected real estate halts, where developers ran out of the funding caused by a government crackdown on excessive debt. The graph below shows China's decreasing and sharply fluctuating annual growth from 2000 to 2022. These slides just show the abandoned buildings in China. What made things worse was Beijing's stubborn embrace of a zero COVID policy of lockdowns and a sweeping crackdown on private enterprise, which deeply hurt confidence and battered the most vibrant part of the economy. Beginning in 1979, the country has radically transformed from an aging economy to one dominated by service and industry. And China stands today as the world's top trading nation. The centralization of powers has fed into a worsening relationship with China's Western partners that further threatens the country's growth. Growth rates are flagging as an unsustainable mountain of debt piles up. China's debt to GDP ratio reached a record 288% in 2023. Rising real estate prices have slowed consumer demand. Beijing has tried to preserve the jobs of construction workers by pushing state-run banks to resume lending, for the completion of construction projects halted when their developers lost credit. But this policy will increase the supply of unsold units, intensifying the price slump. Some cities can't repay their debts. You have to cut basic services or reduce medical benefits for seniors. The real cause of China's slump is a long period of fast growth that piled up vulnerable and unsustainable debts. And this is our works cited for our slides. Thanks for listening.